Hey guys, it's William here with my very first YouTube video. And here on this first video, I'm going to be talking about WWE SmackDown. And there's a lot, I got papers here, I wrote some notes, just to let you guys know, there's a lot that's been happening. Behind the scenes stuff we don't know. Is Triple H really in charge? Is this just a fake out to have Vince in control, but on the DL, and what I think about that. Anything on this S Talk, which is going to be me talking about WWE SmackDown, it's going to be S Talk. I'm going to talk about my personal opinion. Anything that I say on this video is my own personal opinion. It's how I feel. I've been a WWE fan for my whole life, and particularly SmackDown. It's just really clicked with me. It's been on regular TV for years. So the first thing I want to talk about is Vince McMahon really retired and gone? Is Triple H really in charge? The way I'm feeling, I think he is. I think Triple H is in charge. Just the way SmackDown feels. This past SmackDown, let's see, August 5th, 2022, SmackDown, I think that was the first SmackDown Triple H was in charge. I think SummerSlam, he had a little bit of an impact. He maybe changed a little bit of the direction of some of the stories that Triple H took over it, and had kind of changed a little bit of the endings of kind of some of the Vince McMahon stories. I think the first control he ever had was really on Raw, but I don't watch Raw. But then it came to this August 5th SmackDown, and I could instantly tell there was new changes. Because with Vince, there's a lot of talking, and that got a little annoying. And WWE has been not really listening to the fans that much. They have a little bit, I'll give them that. In Vince's control, they have a little bit. But I think the past maybe 5-10 years, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, they've been cruising on cruise control, if you get what I'm saying. I haven't really felt connected to it, and I'm a fan of it. I've been staying and watching Friday Night SmackDown after Friday Night SmackDown, time after time, hoping some change would come. But I guess it took Triple H taking control of it to really make a change. Do I think Triple H is doing a good job? Do I think he's doing better than Vince? I think it's a new style. I think with Triple H, he was a wrestler first. And then he learned, once he retired from in-ring competition, he learned the behind-the-scenes stuff. And plus, Stephanie is helping him too. They're working together, and it's really a team effort. I don't think he needs to live up to Vince McMahon's shoes. And I think he needs to carve his own path, transform what Vince created into what he envisions. Because that's exactly what Vince did when he bought WWE from his dad back in WWF days and created Raw and SmackDown. I think there's a lot Triple H has to do to prove that it's going to be different to the wrestlers, and mainly to us, the WWE Universe. I think there's a lot he has to do in general. I think it's going to take a long time. I think it's going to have, he can't just do instantly all the changes at once. You know, he has to keep doing change after SmackDown, after Raw and NXT. He has to keep doing those, keep changing those, and making impacts on pay-per-views, giving us the fans what we want and what we need, because we've been loyal fans, been watching for years, like me, been watching year after year after year, waiting for a change, praying for a change, and it's not happening. I think Triple H is a wrestler first, so I think that's going to have a great impact in the wrestling of WWE. I also think he was trained behind the scenes of all the top management stuff, and I think he has that experience. Plus, Stephanie McMahon, she grew up in this business from back when she was a little girl up until the point she is at now. So I think he has that in his corner too. I think that's going to help him out a lot too, because if it's something he wants answers to, he can look at his team or look at his wife and get advice if he doesn't have a clue of what's going on. But I think he will. I think he's going to have a direct impact in the company. I think it's going to be a very good thing. I think it's definitely the facelift that the WWE needed, because here's a new company, AEW, come in and they're going head to head with them and they're beating them in some ratings. I don't know the complete details in it, but I don't care if it is NXT. You know, they say, oh, that NXT was under Triple H's control. I think it was under his control so much. I think Vince still had his hands on it, just not as intense as SmackDown and Raw. I am wondering, there's stuff going online about, is this man really retired? Is Triple H really in charge? You know, this could be all a smoke screen. You know, Vince trying to get under WWE Universe good graces and the WWE board and all that. I don't think that's true. I don't think all these changes that Triple H has made, I don't think Vince will let them all be made, especially with the rehires. There's a lot of rehires. And one I'm very excited about is Karrion Kross and his wife, Scarlett. They debuted on SmackDown, which I thought was really awesome. I think it's cool. I think he needs to stay on SmackDown. There's a lot of rumors that he's going to go to Raw maybe after this come up pay-per-view. That he could be put into the main event and win either the WWE Championship, the Universal Championship, and take the Raw, because Raw is demanding a World Championship. And I think the network has the right to say that. I don't think, this is my personal opinion, I love Roman Reigns, but he decided to go on part-time, and that's fine if he wants to be more time with his family, do other things. I get that, respect that, but I don't think part-timers should hold championships, especially world championships, as long as he had. Granted, when he became the undisputed champion, he was still on full-time, but he wasn't showing that much on Raw, and Raw's network was getting upset about it. And I have to say, I see their point. You know, they need a world champion. They need a face of Raw. You know, the world champion of each brand is the face. This won't be my only S-Talk video. I'll also be doing a what needs to be changed. You know, what Triple H really needs to do to change, to make the company better, both for the wrestlers and for the WWE Universe, because we are paying our hard-earned money to watch them on cable, or to watch them on Peacock, pay-per-views, or buying tickets. You know, we are working our butts off, and we do deserve A+ WWE. You know, it's the #1 wrestling company worldwide. And I think it's lacked that kind of flair for a very long time. Maybe 5 to 10 years. I haven't felt it. This is my own personal opinion. You can agree, you can disagree. In the comments, don't forget to like, subscribe to this video. After I get done with it, I will provide you an email, just in case if comments are down, where you can email me comments, personal opinions of this video, stuff you want to see on this channel. I will do a what to expect video on my channel sooner or later, but this S-Talk video, I really wanted to do this one, because today's Friday again, and SmackDown's coming on at 8 o'clock, and I'm very excited about it, wondering if Karrion Kross is going to have a wrestling match, or if Karrion Kross is just going to make an appearance. And I don't know. With Triple H, I don't know. It could be... It could be either way. He could just make an appearance, make an impact. I see that happening. But, I don't know. I would kind of like to see him wrestle, because I never got to see him on NXT or Raw. I know with the YouTube videos they talked about, they really screwed him up on Raw. Vince tore him up. I see that because the gimmick he had on NXT, because I did watch NXT on Hulu and everywhere I could, and I loved Cross and Scarlett. I think they're good together. I don't think they can be separated. I think it's kind of like Paul Bearer and Undertaker, or Paul Bearer and Kane. I think it's good. I think with those, they deal with Paul Bearer, but I think with this one, they need each other. They're like kind of like peanut butter and jelly. You can't just eat a jelly sandwich. It'll just be too much sugar. You can't do peanut butter because it'll be too dry. And they go good together. I think that's the way they are, and it shows because they're married, so that's obvious. It shows they codependent on each other, and I think that in their case, in their characters, I think it's a very good decision. I think they both can be pushed. I think she needs to be in a Raw Women's Championship division on SmackDown. I don't think Cross and her need to be drafted to Raw when the draft happens, or be switched over there when he wins the WWE Championship. If he does, I think he needs to stick to SmackDown and eventually take off the Universal Championship off of Roman Reigns since he's gone part-time. I don't think he should have a World Championship. He's Roman Reigns, he's head of the table, he's the face of the company, he's part-time. I don't think he needs a World Championship at this point in his career. And I think the way he brought to WWE back as a heel, I think there's some holes in that, and I will talk about that in a later video too. Anyway, I got it written down right here. Is Karrion Kross going to stay on SmackDown? I do not know. The way they're talking online, I personally think he's not going to stay on SmackDown for long. SmackDown gets screwed with their talent each draft, or if they do too good on SmackDown, their contract lapse, and they get slightly pushed on Raw and get put on Raw discreetly or out of the blue or just bluntly with Vince control. I don't know if that's going to happen with Triple H. Personally, I think he needs to stay on SmackDown. I think his reputation on Raw was trashed way too much. I think he needs to stay on SmackDown probably for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years, maybe. I thought that's going to happen to build his career back up. Cause he was awesome in NXT, but then when he got put to Raw, he got put on Raw without his wife, which is mistake number one. And then they're proof that I really think that Triple H is in charge of WWE now, along with help with his wife and the other person. I don't remember his name. I do apologize about that. Is bring back all the release superstars that Vince let go, because he didn't think they had what it takes to be a WWE superstar. Triple H, I think his attitude on it is push talent, both that are good in the ring as wrestling and as entertainers. That's what WWE used to be about during the Attitude Era. It wasn't just about entertainment. It's about giving the fans what they want, what they deserve, while satisfying their employees. And I think that has to happen on the employee side or our side of the WWE universe. I think it needs to happen. I think it's going to happen with Triple H, but I think it's going to be a slow progression. I think it's going to take some time, and with every pay-per-view, every SmackDown, every Raw, NXT, it's happening. It's happening very slowly. I think Karrion Kross and his wife need to stay on. Karrion Kross and his wife need to stay on SmackDown for a while, probably a good while, to build his reputation back up. So he just started on, like I said, the August 5th SmackDown. They started real good then. Built him, had him attack Drew McIntyre, and kind of did that time hourglass thing in the ring to kind of freak Roman Reigns out. And Roman Reigns was fronting. He was trying to act like he didn't know what was going on, but he was a little scared. And I'm going to say that, he was a little scared. This is someone that he doesn't know anything about. Like he said time and time again, he's on SmackDown, he's the face of the company. a show isn't relevant till he's on it. So I think there's that kind of impact where Karrion Kross can really get into his head and probably end up beating him for the championship. I really think it needs to be the Universal Championship. I think he needs to win that and give it out for Romans. I think they need to de-unify championships. Raw gets the WWE Championship and Karrion Kross wins the Universal Championship. But who gets the WWE Championship on Raw? It depends on the draft. Now, my personal opinion, I don't see this happening, but I like to see Seth Rollins get it. He hasn't had a World Championship in a very, very long time. Too long in my book. Because I know a lot of people love Roman Reigns, and I like him too, but if you ask me, Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins, 100% it's going to be Seth Rollins every single time. I think he's in the same league as Roman Reigns. Yes. He's way up there. There's up there people that can be face of the company, and I think it's gone back and forth between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. I don't think it's Vince McMahon's choice of Seth Rollins being that. I think the connection with the fans and how good he is, I think he's proven that. And with the higher backs that they're doing, they have brought back Karrion Kross, Scarlett, Gunther and Ludwig. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing the name wrong. Bailey and her trios group, which I think is awesome. That happened good. I wish it would happen on SmackDown. We don't have a female trios team on SmackDown yet, but there might be one coming tonight on SmackDown tonight. Hold on a second, I'm gonna go get my phone. Today is August 19th, and I'm filming this video at 7:30. There's supposedly some NXT trio might be coming, or might be just a tag team. I hope it's the trio. It's getting pushed on SmackDown because we need one too. I don't think Raw should only get the good people. I mean, that's what Vince has done over the years, try to bring kind of, instead of really handling the stories and pushing the correct people on Raw, he has taken the good people off of SmackDown or NXT and just put them all on Raw. That's another reason why I think Karrion Kross and Scarlett should stay on SmackDown. Now, the question is, like I said, I keep saying this, is Triple H in charge? My personal opinion, I think he is, with his wife and his team that he's created. I think he is, because I've seen I think past two SmackDowns, I've seen a big, big difference in it, and amazing storylines. I'm not really a fan of Gunther. I'm sorry, I know I'm pronouncing his name, Gunther. And Ludwig, I think they're awesome. They're good athletes. I think they would have been better on Raw. And Ciampa should have came to SmackDown. There is a rumor going around that a certain husband and wife from NXT that left to have their baby and left kind of WWE because he saw how the changes. I'm not gonna see who they are. I'm gonna let you guess and comment down below this couple who they are. Again, they're rumored to be coming to Raw because of a certain superstar made his debut on Raw, which just showing his face a couple times, trying to mess with, I think maybe AJ Styles. I don't watch Raw, so I don't really know. I think him and his wife should come to SmackDown. I really do. I think he would be good, amazing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say his name. Johnny Gargano. Sorry, Johnny Gargano. Oops. Sorry about that. I'm not good with names. But I do love Johnny Gargano. I think he'd be amazing on SmackDown. I think if Ludwig and Gunther are staying on SmackDown, I think he'd be a good opponent for the IC title. He'd come here because Gunther said no one's gonna beat me, no American, no foreigner. I'm gonna be the face of the IC title. I'm going to take over SmackDown. He didn't come out and say it all the way, but the way he indicated everything, he basically said that's what he was going to do. I think it'd be great for him to appear on SmackDown with his wife, and kind of be put in a storyline with Gunther and Ludwig. I think it'd be a good storyline. Have him go in there, and then you're saying, well, what about Ciampa? Well, the WWE draft is happening. He can always get drafted to SmackDown. Do I think it's gonna happen? I hope it does in draft. I hope SmackDown doesn't get screwed, because draft after draft after draft, excuse me for the language, but we get screwed. SmackDown fans get screwed every single time. I think the one time it was really good is we got Drew McIntyre, we got Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio. I think that was really awesome. I love Dominic Mysterio, and I think another thing that Triple H needs to correct and not do is turning Dominic Mysterio heel. I think that's gonna be stupid. I think that's gonna destroy his career, and I think it's gonna suck. I'm sorry, I don't like that fact. Rey Mysterio is known to be the ultimate babyface for a reason. His son now only wants to carry his dad's legacy but make his own. Why not, instead of doing that, have Rey stay on Raw, draft Dominic Mysterio to SmackDown, test him on his own on SmackDown, have him compete in singles matches, not having his dad there to see if he has what it takes. Because his dad's always had his back. But what if he didn't have his back? I think that'd be an amazing storyline. I think that'd be a good push, maybe to mid-card to see if he can handle being a mid-card. And if it happens that he needs a tag team partner and he's not doing good on his own, he needs a little bit more time, he can be paired off with someone on SmackDown that's not being used well, or not being used at all, and form a tag team. And the best he's done in his career, and he did real good with Seth Rollins on Raw. I'll give Vince that credit, but the best he's done is really when the championship was on SmackDown. They were getting focused on SmackDown. On Raw, they're not being used in the right way, because Rey Mysterio is amazing. He's the biggest underdog of all times and the greatest. My personal opinion, he's up there with Hulk Hogan, Eddie Guerrero, John Cena, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, all the greats. And he will definitely be a Hall of Famer. And I definitely think his son should be the one that inducts him in the Hall of Fame ceremony when he retires. Do I see him retiring? Maybe in the ring. Maybe. I think he might eventually retire and take some time off. Have his son do his thing on his own, hopefully on SmackDown. I would love for that to happen. And him being a mid-card, hopefully, kicking butt, eventually winning the IC title like his dad. I don't think he needs a mask. I know a lot of people want him to wear a mask. I think maybe at some point he wants to too. I don't quite know that, because you never know really what they're thinking. Do I think he needs it? No. I think he's made his name without it. I think that's one of those things. If they wanted him to wear a mask, or if his dad wanted him to wear a mask, he could have wore a different mask, and when his dad retires, he can pass the mask to him, kind of hand him the mask, unmask himself, and give him the mask, and Dominic puts that mask on over his original mask. And eventually, next, whatever pay-per-view or show he's on, wear his dad's mask. That's Rey Mysterio. Or Dominic Mysterio. Whatever. I personally think, like I said again, I do think Triple H is in charge. Because Vince, if he was even in charge on the DL behind the scenes, where he's whispering Stephanie's ear and whispering in Triple H's ear over the phone discreetly, so that the WWE Universe wouldn't know, and the WWE board wouldn't know. I don't think he will let Triple H hire all these people back, because they're people that this man basically said that they weren't worth his time, that he didn't think they had what it took to be superstars. So I don't think that'd be happening. And Liz Morgan is finally SmackDown Women's Champion. Yes, we finally got a good diva back on SmackDown, and she is SmackDown Women's Championship. Her reign as SmackDown Women's Championship, I think, is in jeopardy because of their mistake they did with that tapping out thing on the past pay-per-view. I think that was bad. Very, very bad. I don't think that should have happened, the tap out part. I think she could have her in an arm bar and she reversed it into the pin and she wins that way. Because she's the underdog, women's champion that Vince McMahon counted out. And that's kind of the storyline that she's having. I think they put her in corner. I think her reign's not going to be as long as it should be. I think it should be really, really long because we haven't had that in a women's division in a long time. I think the only time we've had it is Charlotte Flair. Go figure. I think if the draft does happen, Charlotte Flair needs to go to Raw. I think some new talent needs to be drafted from NXT Women's Division to SmackDown and a little bit to Raw. If she does stay on SmackDown, I do not think she should be in a women's title picture. I think they need to partner her up with maybe Lacey Evans because she recently turned heel and she's not being used. Partner up with her and then be a heel tag team, eventually go after the tag team titles. I think that's something they need to take care of. I think they need more women's tag team. I think when they use the women too much in a singles area, they can put them in a tag team together. Either one person from SmackDown, one person from Raw. If this person's being used too much for the women's championship on Raw, partner up with someone that's being used too much in singles division on SmackDown. Partner them up and have them go in a tag team division. Or they can do two people on SmackDown and two people on Raw. It don't matter. They're being used too much in the singles division. You know, they can always do that because it can get stale and boring. That's Vince's problem, that he would try to use the big names like Roman Reigns, Charlotte Flair, Ronda Rousey. I haven't seen him use Seth Rollins that much. I think they're using him good enough, so I'm not going to say Seth Rollins. They're using a lot of Roman Reigns on SmackDown. A lot. They were Charlotte Flair before she went away for her honeymoon and marriage and all that. I think they need to bring some new talent from NXT to SmackDown and Raw fairly on both brands. I don't think they need to go all focused on Raw. I think they need to focus on SmackDown too and treat both brands fairly. I'm reading my list. I do think this is a new age of wrestling with Triple H in charge and Stephanie in charge. I do think it's going to be very good, very different. I think they're going to focus on the fans and wrestlers and giving us both what we want. I think they're going to improve their WWE dramatically because SmackDown has been awesome in the past two SmackDowns that Vince has been gone and Triple H has been in charge. I think it's been really, really good. Like I said, I don't think they need to draft Karrion Kross to Raw. I think he needs to stay on SmackDown with his wife. I think they need to stay on SmackDown and him build his identity back. Because they got tired on Raw. I don't think he needs to be on Raw right now at all for at least 1 to 2, maybe 3 years. I don't think it's going to happen. You know, with the drafts, he's going to get drafted sooner or later to Raw. It's going to happen. I don't think it should happen right away. I don't think it should happen this year or next year. I don't think it should. I think they should build him again and his wife on SmackDown. Bring him the Universal Championship once they they definitely need to de-unify the World Championships and the Tag Team Championships. They need to get rid of that unification. That's one change they have to happen. Yeah, it just has to. I think another thing that should be happening that Triple H is going to have to bring back and talent, there's a big talent that he has to bring back is The Fiend. Now they're saying online on YouTube all the place that, it's a done deal, The Fiend is signed to WWE. I don't know. He is getting more vague messages on Twitter than before, when he wasn't really thinking about wrestling. I think a lot has happened to him. I think Vince kind of tore him apart, and he needed time off for that, and losing one of his best friends. I think that made a mental impact too. And he's a dad. Dads want to spend time with their children, at least the good ones. So he needed time. I think he needed time for his family too, and other interests. Do I think he's coming back? I don't know. Do I think there's certain thing that's happening on Raw? Do I think with that female from NXT and that guy that's showing his face, I don't really know his name, showing his face in AJ Styles matches, do I think The Fiend's involved in that? No. Is Johnny Gargano and his wife involved in it? Maybe. I personally think that is what's happening on Raw. It's not The Fiend. I think The Fiend would have a more supernatural or kind of horror debut, or flirt, or tease. This is too settled to be The Fiend. Even as Bray Wyatt coming back as Bray Wyatt and creating a new cult leader group. I think it's very light for The Fiend. I don't think it's him. I'm not gonna say it's not, because it could be. I really think it is Johnny Gargano and his wife, because why else would a certain diva or female wrestler on NXT, why would they get a love letter from their on-screen NXT husband that's recently appeared on Raw? I think Johnny Gargano was that glove, not this other superstar that showed his face on Raw. I think it's him, or it could be Johnny Gargano's wife. I think they're going to definitely bring back the old school group on NXT with him and maybe even his wife and Ciampa and Theory. And Theory's on Raw. So in a way it makes sense for him to come back on Raw. I don't want him to, because I'm a big fan of his. And it's kind of predictable for him to be on Raw, because Ciampa and this other wrestler that he was in a group with are both going to be on Raw. I think he should be on SmackDown with his wife, get a good push there on the mid-card, and maybe even push him up to a Universal Championship, because I think he will look awesome with that championship around his waist eventually, and with the slow build-up. And I think that's something that they need to do. I think they need to get rid of Roman Reigns, get the championships off Roman Reigns. It doesn't really need them to begin with. I don't get why Vince decided for all this Undisputed Championships. I don't get that. I personally am not a fan of it. Let's see if there's anything else. Talk about Triple H being in charge. Is Vince really gone? I think he is. I think he's retired. I think it's because all the rumors going around and all the money stuff and the cheating. I don't know. That might have made it happen sooner, but I think it's been in his head this past year, because he hasn't really been in touch with the WWE Universe. He's been trying different things like he's done in the past, and it hasn't worked. It sucked. And I'm going to be blunt and honest. So I think he really is retired. I think that Triple H is going to have to bring back The Fiend. And I would love to see him on SmackDown, but I don't know if that's going to happen because of Karrion Kross is on SmackDown. To be that big cool interaction with Karrion Kross and The Fiend. Maybe bring Alexa Bliss from Raw, because they're not really doing anything with her on Raw. Bring her back under The Fiend's spell. Have that happen and interact on that. But I think if The Fiend does come back, he's going to come back to SmackDown. I don't think so. I think if he does come back, it's going to be on Raw. And that's going to suck for SmackDown. And we're going to get that sour end of the stick again. Could they have The Fiend on both SmackDown and Raw? Because they're superstars who get feud on SmackDown and Raw that are old, and some new ones. That would be very interesting. I'll probably do a video about that later on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click that bell so you'll be notified after each video I put online. The email, in case comments is down and the comments are taken down or you can't comment on my channel, I have an email where you can comment there and give me some ideas for stuff you want to see on my channel. I will be doing, like I said at the beginning of this video, I said I'll be doing what to expect video, telling you what you should expect for my channel and what impact you can have on it. That episode is going to happen on my channel. I'm, like I said, now I'm always doing one video a week. Will you get more? 2 or 3, maybe, but you'll at least get one video a week. Will it be on a certain day? No, because I might feel like doing one on Monday and then deciding to do one on Wednesday and Thursday, and you get 3 videos a week. And I'm not going to pick a certain date. I know other YouTubers do that, but I'm not going to do that. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell so you'll be notified with every video that I do put on. And the email, you can contact me to give me your opinion of this video. If you agree with my opinion of SmackDown, if Triple H really is in charge, is wingolife17@gmail.com. That's WINGOLIFE17 with that A symbol and a half a circle thing, gmail.com. Don't forget to email me there. You can still comment down below on the channel if the comments are working, that you email me and I will check my email. Please like, subscribe to this video. I'll see you guys back next week if that another video, Saturday or Sunday. Who knows? I might get inspired and you might get 2 videos this week. Until next time, see ya. Enjoy watching SmackDown. Hopefully, it's heading in a new direction, a very good direction that I need to be in. A very long time ago. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell. And the email again is wingolife17@gmail.com. Can't wait to hear from you guys through the email and through the comments. Until next time, peace.